There's an emotional side to hip-hop artists as well. And as a female photographer, I want to kind of change things. Heritage is a part of who I am, it's a part of my legacy.
Jennie Baptiste's passion for photography started at an early age. Growing up in northwest London in the 70s, she was surrounded by the sights and sounds of Black British culture. It's a world she immersed herself in, but when she wanted to start her career, not everyone was on board.
They had basically said to me that, I don't think that's something really that, you can consider, think about something else. And I was very strong-minded, I knew who I was, and, my answer back was like, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your feedback.
Yeah,
See you later.
I don't think you can help me, because I knew what I wanted to do and no one was going to stop me.
In 1996, Jay-Z landed in the UK to promote his debut album Reasonable Doubt. This track, 22 Twos, is seen as one of the genre's first rap think pieces and introduced a more conversational tone to hip-hop.
There's one where he's kind of looking downwards with a do-rag on, and then there's one of him walking in the corridor. He's almost coming out of himself because it's two images within one, so you've got a close-up image of his face and then you've got a full-length image of him walking, coming towards me, and he's slightly smiling.
You got to meet Jay-Z at what was a massive time for him and photograph him. What was that like?
So that was a press day, and I was unfortunate enough to be the last person of the day, which is always the hardest because by then people are exhausted. And I kind of wanted to emphasize the larger-than-life image of him, but I also wanted to emphasize, there's an emotional side to hip-hop artists as well.
Some of you will know this hook off by heart, a standout single from a debut album that ultimately won the Mercury Prize. Miss Dynamite also grew up in North London like Baptiste, with the influence of the Windrush generation ever present in both their lives.
Heritage is a part of who I am, it's part of my legacy, and knowing bits from Miss Dynamite's background, I decided that, okay, I think I want to shoot it in Harlesden, and I want to go to a black hair shop, a vintage black hair shop, but it was about tying in aesthetically links to heritage, and so that everything that you see within the image has a relationship.
The Brixton dancehall legend Pinky, her latest song Honour caps off decades in the dancehall scene. She is the subject of one of Baptiste's most popular portraits.
Here we had an older woman, a middle-aged woman, but still within the culture and still respected within the culture.
And not afraid to show her body either, and that's something that's quite big in that space, isn't it?
The photograph itself, I think, is quite regal. I've had people say that to me as well, how she's sitting on the sofa. And that's really important to me because it's about showing different sides of culture and genres, because a lot of the time women are depicted in a particular way. And as a female photographer, I want to kind of change things.
The exhibition Rhythm and Roots runs until January at Somerset House. It captures 3 decades of not just black music, but fashion and culture that have continued to inspire Baptiste's work.